Right, well, good evening all. Hope you're well, hope you're fantastic. Change your location for video number 11. I've been wanting to do video number 11 for a little while. I always wanted to do 10 YouTube videos, and then I thought, well, should I do number 11? And here we are. So number 11 and number 12, 13, 14 is going to be a bit more about me, I suppose, and what I do and how it all works, and how my collection works. So I thought I'd start off with video number 11 of a little introduction. So my neighbour's just walked out. I'm just seeing what he's doing. As you can see, I'm in the garden. So number 11 is about me. My name's James. I'm the guy behind Playmo Captain. I started my page last August, and it's been going from strength to strength to strength, really. My Playmo collection started with this Porsche here, this blue Porsche. I got it when we saying maybe a couple of Christmases ago. Just wanted it, just always wanted to own a Porsche, you know, and this is my nearest thing I could get to a Porsche. So my parents actually got me this for Christmas, or no, not my parents, my wife actually, sorry, got me this for Christmas, and I love it. It was the first bit, and it just started it from where we're in. Before we go any further, if you're watching this on a screen like this, turn it to like this, go Lad Baby style. If you haven't watched Lad Baby, go find them. Find the one where the wife buys the dad the clown shoes and makes him go and watch the football. That's a funny video. And I've gone for the black background. Hopefully that's all good. I'm learning as we go. It's a one-take video. I don't have a studio. I don't have some lazy things. That up there's my S8 phone, and we go from there. So basically, me, I'm knocking on the door of 40. I grew up with Playmo or Playmobil. One of the biggest sets I can remember from when I was younger was Fort Bravo, and I grew up with a lad called Simon Tompkin. Now Simon Tompkin's parents were a little bit better off than my mum. My mum was a single parent, so he had all of the sets, and I used to go around to his house and play with all of his Playmo, and his sister had like the girly stuff, Helen, and yeah, basically they had it all, and I had a few little bits and bobs. But my mum did what she could, you know. She was a single parent, she did really well. I had Fort Bravo and a few other Indians and cowboys and what I can remember. One of my biggest childhood memories is Mr. Scaramanga. I don't know if this guy is actually called Mr. Scaramanga, I'm sure he's not, but we used to call him Mr. Scaramanga, and I'm pretty sure Mr. Scaramanga is from James Bond. I might be wrong, who knows, but anyway, we used to call this guy Mr. Scaramanga. He's in my feed somewhere, he's doing a wheelie, and he even got featured on a wheelie Instagram page, like all these serious boys doing wheelies, and then there's my Playmo guy doing a wheelie, so go check him out. A bit more about me. I'm a family man. I love my family. I've got 2 children. I've got a 2.5-year-old called Bodhi, and I've got a newish one to the addition. It's called Xanthi. So I've got a boy and a girl. Xanthi's 4 and a bit months. And yeah, so sometimes my posting's a bit erratic because my family life just gets in the way of that. Sometimes I go 2 or 3 days without posting because I just haven't got time to get in the studio or put my bits and bobs together. They're all there ready and waiting. It's just getting the time to get there and get into it. What else do I like apart from Playmo? I like parties, I like my family. I like beer. This is one of my favourites. I don't know if you're into craft beer, but this is a particularly nice one. What else do I like? I like fitness. Back in the day, I used to be a personal trainer. I don't do that anymore because I had a bit of a bad back and I had to move on and do something a bit different. But so I like fitness. I ride my bike, which is just over there, to work. I cycle to work. Nowadays I work on trains, so I have to get up at horrifically early in the morning. Sometimes go to bed horrifically late at night. But yeah, so I do shift work basically. What else have I got to tell you? So my channel started, or my page, not my channel, my page started last August, and for now on I've progressed it to what it is now. I think it's going well. I like what I do. I've made myself a little homemade studio, and yeah, I think it's going well. My Playmobil as such consists of a whole bunch of things. Most of it lives in a big box. Hopefully you can see this, like this. So this is a shoebox full of all my people at the moment. These are generally my people who will make it into a video. Lots of them are vintage stylies, so like this random horse person. I don't even know that's Playmobil, but this person certainly. and this person here, the surgeon, shell person. But anyway, this is deep, full of Playmo, and these are the ones that I make my Mr. and Mrs. pictures with, and generally I probably won't get rid of because they're not really worth it. Or like, who's going to buy that? Like, someone might buy it for 20p, but that's about it, really. So there, yeah, I've got that big box, and then I have another box, and then one of those IKEA units, the big square ones with the square boxes that everyone's got, and I have a box about say big that lives in there, full of these things. I must have about 10 of these things, full up with various different accessories. This one I brought out to show you is my, what I call cute box. So in here I've got like teddy bears and hearts and milkshakes and handbags and beef burgers and various other little bits and bobs. And as we progress through the next maybe 10 videos or so, I'm going to show you like what's in my hat box, what's in my cute box, what's in this box, what's in that box, and you'll get a real insight as into how it all works behind the scenes, I suppose. I also buy them in bulk, so here I've got in these bags 4 sailors. I've actually got 5, there's another one somewhere. I also do a bit of selling of Playmobil, you see, so there's a Facebook page called Playmo Anonymous something or other. Sorry Becky, I forget the finer details. Becky's the admin on that page. She's the guru. She sells to everyone, and she sells a lot of like how can I put this, stuff that little girlies would like, or stuff that the younger kids would like. It's all like fairies and tree houses and stuff, and that really works. But then when someone puts up a spares post that's full of hats and neck stuff and cuffs and hair and all that stuff, that's when I get excited, because I'm like, bang, I'm on it, and I'm buying all the little bits and bobs. So I buy my figures, they go into my big box or this box, and if they're really cool, they end up in this box. This is the never to be sold ever bag. Sometimes it's really full, sometimes it's not. I've got an incoming from Holland which will go straight in here and never ever to be sold ever again. I've got some clowns on eBay which I kind of don't want to sell, but do want to sell, but don't want to sell, but do want to sell. They're boxed, they've never been opened, and they're vintage clowns, and they're totally awesome. But do I want to sell them? I don't know. They're on eBay. You can go find them if you like. I generally buy figures in multiples, so I buy 2 or 3 at a time. And then I keep one. So in here is, like I say, the sailor, or this one might actually be the nutcracker. I've got 5 or 6 nutcrackers currently. So I use them for my photography and then sell them on, and that pays for me to buy the new stock. And that's sort of how it all works, really. Recently I had an incoming of cuffs. So there's a little bag of cuffs in there, red ones and blue ones and yellow ones, etc. I've also got this set, which is the old granny set. This is up and coming for a post. It won't be them just standing there like it was for the first one. I got it wrong. I had basically, I forget which one is the original, but I had the wrong headpiece. I think I had this one on, and this is the actual proper one. So in my true classic style, I've got an idea of how I'm going to twist this, and then I don't know whether to keep it or not. I might sell them on, I might not, but the granny is so beautiful. Look, I mean, look at the granny, take her out. Look at that pink. She's yeah, contemplating what to do with this set. Do I keep it, do I not? Does it go in the bag? Does it go into here? Does it stay here? Does it go in here? Who knows? The bags, yeah, the bags are a bit of a thing for me. I put all of my sets or pictures in a bag, so they live in bags like this, and then when I've got the whole picture, I go into my studio, which is a cardboard box and a bit of paper and a skylight and some sun and stuff. Take the picture, and then once I've taken the picture, I'm almost like, oh, do I want to keep that set or do I not want to keep that set? I don't know, but I do keep quite a few. I love the vintage stuff. Like I say, look, this massive box here is full of, you know, these sort of people that will never be sold on, because to me they're freaking cool, but to another person, you know, they're all about that sort of person, you know, they're clown. That clown's pretty popular actually. Or they're about Not the horses or the Ken man, but maybe this person here, the carnival lady, who should have a crown of some sort, but I've not found her crown yet. So yeah, I've actually got two, you know, there's this bag and there's that bag, and in here we've got bears and who else can I show you? Let's have a look. I was going to open it up, but yeah, let's have a look. Levi Stratus. And there's a few more. We'll do what's in my private collection on another video, never to be able to be sold. And I've got, I can't wait for it to arrive. I've got some original colour guides, and I've got some, I've got the 2015 anniversary guide coming in. Yeah, what else can I tell you? So, yeah, as I said, this was my first piece. I've got a 2.5-year-old, nearly 3-year-old son who occasionally I buy trucks and vehicles for, but when I give him a vehicle like this classic race truck, within 10-15 minutes it ends up like this. For some reason, Bodhi, my son, can find every bit that comes off and he just dismantles it. And then those bits end up all around my house for ages and ages. And this piece is really cool when it's all put together, but I mean, look at it now, like it's seen better days, shall we say. This guy was new the other day and I bought him and then bought this guy. They're pretty similar. What do you reckon? Can I get away with a 2-piece pyjama, no-night set, brush your teeth, that sort of thing? This guy's a new, relatively new guy, trumpet. I'm pretty sure he should have a white thing going on around here and a special hat. This guy is the start of maybe a flag series, so starting with French, red, white and blue. Something going on there. This is up and coming. I've been collecting behind the scenes these guys. White legs, solid body, pink hands. Right? So they're all going to have bow ties on. They're all going to have a matching colour hat. And they're all going to have cuffs on. And I'm going to put them all together. And maybe when I get to like 1,300 or 1,400 or maybe even 1,500 followers, if it all kicks off again, then we'll see these guys come to play. This guy was my newest addition. He's got a belly compared to some of them. And there's another guy who's got a vintage car that's attached to him, and I haven't got yet, but I've got most of the others. What else can I tell you about me that's not so much Playmo? I live in a semi-detached house. Got a lovely big garden. I'm in the garden now. You might be able to hear the railway. And I've got cars out the front going past on the road. That's pretty boring stuff. I'm just waffling now, really waffling to fill some time. What else, eh? Who knows? Who knows? But I'm sure I'll come up with something else, and I'll keep you posted. And we'll go from there. Hope you like this video. If you want to see more of the similar sort of stuff, like I say, coming up in the pipeline, I'm going to do what's in my boxes. And like I said, I've got about 8 or 9 of these, and we'll go into this one in more detail. And we'll really talk about all the fine-tuning little bits and bobs that make my photos and make all of my pictures, and you can see exactly what I've got in my stash. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the up and coming pictures. I hope you're all enjoying tonight's post, which has got these dudes in it. I posted these tonight. Get them at the bag. These are currently live as we speak. Very, very cool. Vintage, vintage, vintage. Lady with the painted on eyes and face we feel here. It's a different surface. So yeah, go check out that. Go give it a like. And this video will be on my Instagram live stories and probably on my YouTube. And if you're not following me on YouTube, on Instagram, I'm Playmo Captain. Be sure to, because I'm going to post this all over the place. Hopefully in Playmo World, Playmo Anonymous, and all the other places I can think of. I'm Playmo Captain. I hope you enjoy what I do. Thank you very much for supporting me and my channel and my Instagram page. It means an awful lot. It's a bit of a hobby that started off as nothing and has become very compulsive, and I find myself checking eBay at all sorts of times of the day. And yeah, stay with it. It's awesome. Good stuff to come. Thank you very much.